Hey, welcome to a video on Ask Dr. Heather. So this is the question that was recently passed around that I thought I would answer for you guys because as a boss, you probably have asked this question yourself. So the question is, how do you manage challenging behavior? So this is the common question when you've got an employee who sometimes does not perform at the level that you want or is kind of not even behaving the way that you want them to behave. They could be just a distraction, or they could be just somebody who is kind of that dark kind of hole in the team that just causes a bad vibe. And so I thought today that actually I would answer this question for you guys if you have a similar situation. So just keep in mind, if you have questions that you would like to ask, feel free to type them in below and I will get them answered for you and provide you with information that will help you, kind of create that high-performing team that you want. All right. Hey, it's Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you and answer the question, how do you manage challenging behavior? Well, the first thing that I would tell you guys is you've got to address it. You cannot let it slide and just ignore it and hope that it just stops and goes away, because I'm telling you, it will not. And what you're doing is that you are, in your own way, without probably realizing it, is giving permission for this bad behavior to exist and continue. So what you have to do is address it. So you got to bring that employee into your office, or even go to a neutral space, whether it's a conference room, or these days it may even be video conferencing. But you've got to address it and be specific about what behaviors that you are seeing that you do not want any longer, that are negatively impacting performance and the team. So be specific is the first thing when it comes to addressing it. And then once you address it and they have to admit to it as well, you have to, step 2 is set clear expectations. So if you do not want backstabbing going on in the office or people not submitting their work on time, then like I said, you have to address it, but you have to also set clear expectations. So you have to let your employee know exactly what you want from them, because they're not mind readers, and sometimes we just assume things, and that assumption, you know what that means, making an ass out of you and me. So don't do it. Be clear. And sometimes maybe they have to be written out. If that's the case, then do it. Don't be afraid, but you need to let them know what it is that you want from them. So be very specific in your clear expectations. And then the third thing that I want you to do is to confirm understanding. So what I mean by that is you can say, hey, I no longer want any backstabbing. You cannot put another employee down by saying, they are not a team player or their work is subpar. If they say something like that, first of all, they got to back it up. And then it's not really their position to say things like this. So you've got to, once you set your clear expectations, you got to confirm with them that they understand what they are. And so one way to do that is just have them repeat, what you are saying. And so it can be simple as, okay, I hear what you're saying is that I can no longer do X, Y, Z. And you're going, yes. Sometimes these things probably need to be written down if it is coming, from an HR perspective. So that whatever it is that you are not wanting and they are confirming, maybe they need to sign off on that. I'm not an HR attorney, nor do I play one on TV, but these are just some common sense rules. So if you've got documentation, then there is no question. All right, so confirm that they understand what it is that you are asking of them and that they commit to it. And then the fourth thing is follow up. You've got to follow up, because once you have that meeting with that employee and it's never heard from again, it may be perceived as not that important. So follow up, whether it's a week, a few days, depending on what it is that you are wanting from that person, whatever that challenging behavior is that you no longer want to exist. Follow up and make sure that those behaviors are no longer occurring. And this can be just as simple, hey, let's get together in a week. We've identified the behaviors that you are going to change and now start doing, and follow up and see how that is going with that employee. And then, continue to follow up a few more times. And if everything is the way that you want it, then you can kind of let it go and then just do your normal, hopefully your normal 6-month mid-year review with your employees, and not just the yearly review, which is a whole nother story and a whole nother video. So hopefully this helps. The 4 things that you can do to manage your employees' challenging behavior is to 1, address it. 2 is set clear expectations. 3 is to confirm understanding that they know what it is that they now need to do and no longer need to do. And then 4th is follow up. All right. Hopefully you found this video useful. And if you do, please like the button below. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get more videos like this on other leadership topics. All right. So now go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Bye, guys.